Hi everyone, welcome back. Glad to have you back again for episode 4. So far we've talked about what you were looking for. We talked about your wants and your needs. We've got you qualified so we know how much you can afford. And then we talked a little bit about strata so you know a little bit more about the whole process. This part is talking about what your needs. We talked earlier about your nice to haves versus your must haves. And as we talked about earlier, what I want to do, or your realtor will want to do, is get you all of those must haves and some of those nice to haves. For us, what's really important and a great place to start is area. So if you know an area that you're interested in, please let us know which area. And if you pick that area, let us know about that area. Maybe, for instance, it's about the schools in that area, because it's really hard a lot of times to change catchment areas, or sometimes it's about transportation. So let us know. So if in some case we need to, some point in the future, maybe move you from this area to another area, we know what's important to you. Now, as far as price, we should probably start at a price, looking at a price that's about 5% higher than what you're qualified for. 5 to 7% somewhere is in there. That's kind of in our marketplace right now. That's really what we have for negotiation. And where should we start? Some places to start online. You could use the search function on my website at bobkalo.com. You could go to our search engine we have on remax.ca, or you could use realtor.ca. All of those are great places to look and great places to go. If you let us know what you're looking for, then what we can do is we can set up what we call an auto search. So as soon as something comes up, you'll know about it. With our website that we have access to as realtors, we get the listings about 24 to 48 hours before they come up onto realtor.ca. So that's just something to keep in mind. Now, when we're out looking, what are we looking for? Let's look at the outside of the building. Let's see what the building looks like on the outside. Has it been maintained properly? Let's look at the landscaping. Is the landscaping in good condition? Is it a place that looks like there's pride and ownership? Does that carry through into the lobby? Does the lobby look like it's well maintained? Does it have threadbare carpets? Is there garbage all over? We want to look at that, and also the other common areas. A lot of times we'll have some amenities rooms, so let's look at those. And then once we get actually into the suite itself, let's have a look at the suite. Let's have a look and actually see what the unit itself looks like. If our budget is tight, we're probably going to want something that's got a lot of things that have already been done that we want to do. If we have a little bit more leeway, what we may want to do is we may want to have we can have some money there perhaps to do some renos. You're probably looking, if you have to repaint and you can do it yourself, $200 to $300. And if you have to go in and let's say we have to change some carpet, maybe some lino, and a typical condominium, a 2-bedroom, we're probably around $1,200 to $1,500. So for around $2,000, we can do kind of a lot of upgrades. So let's just have a look at those things and let's kind of decide from there when we're looking. And what we want to do is we want to actually narrow it down to our top 3. So we'll narrow it down to our top 3, and then what we'll do is we'll go back and we'll have a second look. When we have a second look, after we've narrowed it down, then let's take a really good look at a property. Let's have a walk through, let's sit down, let's make ourselves at home. Let's kind of feel what it's going to be like when we actually are living there. You might want to sit down on the couch and see how it feels, or go out on the deck and see what it looks like when we're there. different times of the day. Maybe you like sun, maybe you don't like sun. My own home, I have a north-facing deck, and I didn't think that it was going to get any sun, but it got some afternoon sun. We get afternoon sun from 4 o'clock till about sunset, about 8:30 or 9 o'clock at night. So let's just look at those things, narrow that down, and then decide which property we're going to make an offer on. And just as an aside, if you have somebody else that's helping you make the decision, the best thing to do is that let's narrow it down to our top 3 properties, and then we can bring that other person in, whether it's somebody that's helping us out with a down payment, or maybe it's parents or a trusted advisor. Let's have them come in, and that way it's a lot easier for them. They can give us their feedback rather than just having a top 1, because if they don't like that, they could just say no, and if there's no other alternatives, it may leave us feeling a little bit lost. So just a tip to do that. Anyways, next video we're going to talk about making an offer. We'll talk with you then. Again, Bob Kalo, Remax Treeland, 604-720-4777. Bob Kalo at remax.net. See you on our next episode.